Hi, this is Jana, or Mom Sorge, and this is another blog I'm doing. See, I'm a big General Hospital fan. I've been watching since the early 80s, since Mikos made that crazy machine that could change the weather and made it snow in Port Charles in July. Cray cray. Seriously. So, but there are lapses. School, work, it happens. And see, we used to have TV Guide. It was a book version of the guide that's on cable TV. But in the beginning, there were a couple different, in the beginning pages, there were different things. And one of them was a little soap opera summary. So I decided that I would try doing a video version of that week to week. And so, um, I apologize for the light. I had better light earlier, and then something happened to the weather or something else. But anyhow, this is a little update of what happened before. This is what happened before the update I'm gonna post for last week, because I don't want to just drop y'all in the deep end of the pool without giving you some swimming lessons. So here it goes. Okay. Those. Okay, Nicholas and Maxie, sorry. Nathan and Maxie, still trying to get rid of Celeste, that woman he used to be married to. She's faking an injury, and now she's found Griffin in the hospital. I cannot wait to see the expression when Nathan realizes who he is. Anyhow, that's on the back burner for right now. Let's see. So, what else? Carly has been doing a donor search because Jake obviously was not the person that donated the kidney to Jocelyn. So they're trying to get the family history in case there's any medical problems. And they were doing it with Crimson. And then Jocelyn was like, please do not do this, do not do this, do not do this. So she said she'd stop. Trying to help the light a little bit here. She said she would stop, but, and she did. She told him to pull it down. But Nina kept on going. So I apologize for that. And she found a prospective person and sent them an email. Meanwhile, Jax is in town because he knows there's no way that Carly just gave up that easily. Does Carly ever? No, she does not. So he came into town to protect Jocelyn, and it's just look, but Nina sent out the message before she got the call from Carly and Jack saying, right, I told you to stop this. And she was like, yeah, but the email had already been sent. So there's that. But most of the action has been around the Cassadines and such. Cassadine, yeah, Nicholas supposedly went over Alden's bedroom window, off the rocks, supposed to be blaming Hayden. Jason is the one who had the misfortune to find the broken window and such. So they were following a lead. Nicholas met up with Ava on a first-class flight out of the States to London. They had an adventure with someone who Ava had antiquities that belonged to somebody else. What a surprise, really? So, there was that. But after that, they were friends. So they went on to Cassadine Island. And let's see. Yes, Laura has been chasing clues ever since Helena died, since the will reading. Come on, I'm still finding it hard to believe that she's really, really dead. I mean, Luke put a bullet in her chest, point blank. She's been dead so many times. But now, finally, Nicholas is the one who killed her by poisoning her tea. And she knew it. Anyhow, so she left Laura a key that led to a book, to a locker that led to a book. But she kind of put it on the back burner after, because she realized sorry, that's the actor's name. Spencer was not dealing with this. He was acting like nothing was happening, and it was whatever. So they finally caught him and realized he was talking to Nicholas, and Nicholas was alive. So Laura, Dante, and Lulu decided to go to Greece, which is where Jason and Sam headed after they had their work thing. And also, then, Kevin showed up. He followed Laura all the way to Greece. Yes, he did. So, they get there, and it's a storm. They don't get good signal even without a storm. With a storm, they get none. So, they're all hanging around, and this guy comes in, Theo, who says he's just a fisherman. Not another freaking Cassadine. I think it was Ava who was like, what do they grow on trees? Anyhow, so he goes by Theo, but his name is Valentine. Valentine Mikhail Mikosevich Cassadine, I believe is his full name. Now, there's something to be worried about, because afterwards Alexis said she'd heard of him, she never met him, she was at school, but that Helena was scared of him. Helena was bat crap crazy! That is never good when someone that bad and that crazy is scared of someone else. Then you've got a serious problem. Right? When the monsters are fearful of others, that's when there's a problem. So, anyhow, Nikos' son, he had an affair with a woman, we don't know who. I can't help but wonder if Helena dispatched of her the way she dispatched of Alexis's mom. We don't know. We know he doesn't like them. Any of that. Anyway, he separated Jason and Sam into one room, tied him to a chair, said if he acts up, shoot her. Took Nicholas and Ava up to another room, made him sign over the shares, everything to him. And they struggled over the gun, because he was going to shoot them anyway. And a fight, and a struggle for the gun again. And Theo, a.k.a. Valentine, got the gun back, shot Nicholas point blank in the chest, and he went through the glass and over the balcony. Really, Nicholas, you need to stay away from balconies. First there was, 2 years ago, Nurse's Ball, you went off the roof. Was it 2 years ago? Anyhow. And then you fake your death the next year, that you went out your own window, and now you really did. It's just all up and down a hot mess. So, but he did it to protect Ava. So, he did wrong in the past year with things, but, he was the good guy that we knew him to be. Anyhow, so, they finally all they are in the living room, and, Laura, sorry, all the L names, I get mixed up sometimes, sorry. Laura was screaming at him about how he killed her son and screaming at him. The kind of rage you rarely see on Laura's face. And he's like, fine, you can join him. And he pointed his gun at her and pulled the trigger. But Kevin, Doc Collins, pushed her aside and took a bullet in the shoulder. So, there was that. And there was also Lulu tried to get out through the tunnel. But she found a skeleton, and it had a bracelet and an earring like Luke's. So she doesn't quite know what to make of that, how they could know. Anyhow, they left. They ended up taking a plane to another island. Well, sorry. They met someone named Daphne, who lived on the island, who had the address that was on the envelope that Helena left for Lulu. It was an empty envelope, just an address on the top or back. So, we don't know what's up with that. They flew out, but the plane was tinkered with and it was running out of gas, so they kind of crashed. Well, they did. There was an explosion, but everyone got out okay. And finally, eventually, the cops found them. And they got home. So, that has been... Oh, and after that, Theo, Valentine, Uncle Valentine, he decided to stop by and say hi to, Spencer, because without Nicholas around now, everything belongs to Spencer. So he tried to talk him into going with him to meet his father. Luckily, Sonny heard about who it was and what he might have in mind, and he went and he prevented him from kidnapping Spencer. And then Laura had to tell Spencer about his father and that he was really dead this time. And Valentine has been arrested and is supposed to be expedited to Greece for his crimes. So that is what led up to the updates where I'm starting. Again, I'm sorry about the lighting in here, but I'll do better. And I will talk to you with the first installment of updates. Have a good day.